go of you, deja vu. Don't wanna repeat of your love. I've had enough. Don't wanna repeat. You better prove to me tonight. Cause it's feeling like deja vu. Feeling like it's feeling like deja vu. This ain't feeling right. Cause it's feeling like deja vu. Feeling like it's feeling like deja vu. Know what to do.
Hello. This is the Queen of the Bronx, Apollonia Cruz, and welcome to LDM Network Out in the Open. Here's my
Frankie all day. Hello, lovers. Welcome back to Out in the Open.
Yes.
All love all day to all of y'all. You know, it's February, so this is Valentine's month. So we have, a few tricks up our sleeve and things we're planning for guests for y'all. We're going to have maybe a little bit of man candy at some point or a couple points because, we all love candy, but, we got to watch our waist, right?
Yeah,
so,
especially me that I've been losing pounds,
so we like to eat the candy that comes, that has 2 legs, maybe 3 legs.
maybe
3 legs.
Bar.
But what do you think of our background?
The background looks cute. I love this because I was about to scream out last week, beat me up, Scotty. Because it
I really was too.
Is it off?
No, you just put it close to your mouth, darling.
Oh, okay. So you
close to your mouth.
I need
Move
to
with
put
your
it close to
mouth,
my
darling.
mouth. If I put it close to my mouth, I'm gonna lick it.
That's all right.
Okay, now you can hear me better.
Anyway, we love the background. I love the 2 hearts here because
Yes.
we're 2 hearts, 2
Two
of hearts,
2 hearts that beat as one.
And when I was a kid, I used to think that song was saying 2 odd farts. I swear. I used to think it was 2 odd farts. And there was the other song was Lost in Emotion.
Yes.
And I swear to you, as a kid, I used to sing Pop Cherry Motion. I did.
You're so funny.
Pop Cherry Motion.
Oh, that's so funny.
I know, isn't
that
that hysterical?
I never thought about that. I remember I was growing up with that song. So when you was growing up, I was already like, an adult.
Yeah, I know, but definitely,
That is funny.
that's what I thought as a kid, But I'm excited. It's February.
Oh, happy February, guys.
We're closer to spring.
Daylight savings time is in a couple of weeks.
Is it
March.
already?
Yes.
Oh my
bitch.
God! Thank God, because this darkness is killing me.
Yes.
But tomorrow is Groundhog Day.
Yes, tomorrow's Groundhog Day.
So what I learned about Groundhog Day, I was trying to see, where this stemmed from. So, it was a Christian practice, and it was a holiday called Candlemas. And it would happen between winter solstice, which is December, and then between spring, the spring equinox. So February 2nd is like the midpoint between spring and winter. So when they used to do it, it was called Candlemas. And basically, it was to honor when they presented Jesus for Catholics and Christians to the temple.
Yes.
But German immigrants came over, and they was like, "Oh no, honey."
That got to go.
I don't know how to say that in German. I just had a German accent. But they decided that they're gonna make it their own, so they chose the badgers.
Yes.
Which I thought it was called not a badger. What's that animal called? Beaver. I thought it was a beaver.
The beaver.
But it's a badger.
Okay.
But Punxsutawney Phil.
Yes.
Oh, and know what is a funny thing?
Okay.
I think they must have been gay men who made this holiday. 'Cause gays have to change everything. They
Honey,
make it better.
Exactly.
Gays
Yes,
make everything better.
We do.
And oh my gosh, so when they had the first one in 1887 in Philadelphia, it was on a hill called Gobbler's Hill or Gobbler's Hymn. Oh my gosh, I had it somewhere, but I thought, you know what? They must have been like, who doesn't want to gobble? It was a gobble a penis or something. So that's why I said they must have been gay, because they changed it to gobbler or something, but they were like gobble the D or something
That
like
is
that.
so funny. But did you hear the story a couple of years ago that they were gonna do to see if the groundhog sees its shadow, and the person that picked it up dropped it and it killed it? You don't remember that one?
I don't remember that.
You have to Google it, producer.
I don't remember that.
No, it wasn't
Ah,
Biden.
oh gosh,
No,
Biden.
no, it was your president actually, the one before Biden.
Oh no, no, no. Well, so I hope tomorrow. I mean, I
Nobody
hope
drops their beaver.
exactly. I don't want it. If you, I'm not picking it up. I don't want that beaver.
The beaver
the producer
actually
can pick
died.
it up.
Producer, Google it.
The
I think it
producer
was
can
the
have it.
mayor or somebody. They carried the beaver, and the beaver fell, and it died.
Oh, poor beaver.
And that winter was hell.
Oh, the beaver always gets the short end of the stick, doesn't it?
Yes, we do.
The poor beaver. Oh my
Honey.
gosh. Well, I hope that. I forget how it goes. Is if he sees his shadow, it's winter again. Someone help me out.
If he sees his shadow, you are so gay. If he sees his shadow, we have more winter.
Okay, so I hope he doesn't see his shadow because I am done with winter. Although I know February is like the coldest month.
I guess.
And it's the most wicked month in February for New York City.
Yes.
So I'm prepared that it's gonna be a long month, although it's a short month.
It's a short month.
But at least I have things
28 days.
things to break it up, like the show here.
The show here, yes.
But how did you fare in the snow this weekend?
I was literally at home. I couldn't go out. Literally, I just couldn't go out because I'm recovering. I'm still recovering from 2 injuries that I had a couple of years ago. But when I went out today to do some errands, I slipped 3 times on the street. But I didn't land on the floor, but I actually slipped. And I was like, that's why I didn't go out these past couple of days, honey.
Well, it was nasty out there. I mean, the snow started on Saturday mostly, right?
Yeah.
And it continued to Sunday. Well, Friday night rather. So Saturday I didn't go out at all.
You stayed in?
I stayed in because where I'm gonna go? It's snowing. Like there's no reason, and I got everything I needed. I got all the important needs on Saturday. So most people go and get milk. I went and got vodka. And I needed a snack to go with my vodka, so I got chips.
Okay.
So I just said I had
So you were set. You were set for the
I
snow,
was
for the
set
blizzard.
that I was set that this weekend, the Saturday, I was gonna stay in and like like a lot of us, yourself, well, maybe not yourself because I know you're home a lot, but running around so much that like when I get a reason to stay in the house, I'm like, okay, gosh, I could just stay still and sit still, and that's what I did.
No, I mean, I enjoy my own company. I tell that to friends and people that don't really know me out there think, oh, Apple must be like here and there and everywhere. I'm like, yes, when I'm hired to, but I love my own company because normally I'm surrounded by thousands of people in the year because of the events, that I'm involved with. And I'm like, I just love me time. And I'm home just playing with my pussies, just petting my pussy on it.
Well, I am never home and I'm never anywhere playing with that. But what about our drink tonight? I wanted to like bring a drink to the show every week, something cute. So this is our apple teeny here, and it's very simple. It's just some apple vodka of your choice and apple juice.
And what does your
and you
cup
have
say?
a
Your
cute
glass?
drink.
What-
So I'm Mr. Right.
and I am Mrs. Always Right. And don't you forget it. Oh
But
my
that's
God.
something cute and something refreshing.
Yes,
you
it
know.
is. Yes,
But
it is.
this weekend I got to come to see you.
Yes, you did.
I did. I came
Yes,
to see
we did.
you,
Yes, we did.
and we planned out, some cute things,
Yes.
coming up
Mhm.
for this show and for upcoming shows.
Exactly.
So it was really productive, and I was excited.
Yes, we had a little meeting because it's always great to have meetings just to plan out what we're gonna talk about.
I know, and we almost had a guest tonight.
Almost.
A sweet tooth, a sweet tooth in the sense. We won't reveal who it is because they will be coming up
yes,
soon.
they will come.
But I really wish
Yeah,
that
person
they were
would have enjoyed
here.
it, but the person was like, Apple, that's
They
too
would have been
soon for me
amazing.
because this person has a busy
amazing.
schedule, so I have to let this.
As we all do. I get it.
Mm.
I get it. But moving along, we did talk about because my sister here finally was able to steal some cable.
Yes.
She stole some cable.
I need to give a shout out to Nelson Garcia. He saw the show last week and he heard when I said that I don't have cable, so I haven't seen Drag Race season 14. So he was gracious enough to send me all the episodes, and I was so happy. Thank you again. Looking forward to seeing the
Nelson,
rest.
I thank you because like for the last 3 weeks I couldn't talk to this biatch
Exactly.
about nothing because she'd seen nothing. But you were all caught up, so give me some hot skin, some high
But listen, but I
five.
still haven't seen the last season of Pose either.
Well, that was a year ago.
No, but still, I still want to see it.
I know,
let's
but
talk about
the audience is not worried about that. They saw
yes,
that.
Yes,
They
no,
saw that.
but that's new stuff coming up. But Drag Race, I'm all caught up, girl.
But Drag Race, you're all caught up.
All
So this week, some of the highlights, but the big talk was, the two queens who had to lip sync for their life.
Yes,
which was Kobe Kirby.
and the straight drag queen was it?
No, it was Kobe Kirby, our trans woman
Yes.
of color, and I'm sorry, Alyssa Hunter from Puerto Rico.
Yes.
And they sung a J-Lo song.
Yes.
And so the controversy was that everybody thought, like I thought when I watched it, that Alyssa Hunter slayed the lip sync. And Kobe Kirby was just like giving you just like
Body and face.
I'm cute, like I'm cute. And
That was a big scandal.
She did like a Mariah Carey move. Hi, baby. Like she did that Mariah Carey move from Honey. Like I mean, that's all she did, and it was like
because she didn't want to mess up her J-Lo dress, Versace dress that she paid. I don't know how much she paid for.
Well, you knew you would. So that to me tells me that you have a strong arrogance that you thought you would not be in the bottom two. So all right, sister. Hopefully this brings you more humility.
Yes.
But what did you think in between the lip sync?
I thought that
Alyssa Hunter.
Alyssa Hunter, she moves around and blah blah blah. She's a good entertainer. And the other one, she was just standing and posing. She wasn't really doing anything for me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but what do you? But in regards
the
to
lip syncing part, I thought that Alyssa was giving more. Was giving more. So when they sent her home, I was like, oh. Okay.
She was definitely giving more. So boo to you, RuPaul, because she should have stayed on. But I thought it was really funny because I always think my opinion, like, sometimes doesn't matter.
Yes.
All the time, but, especially then when it came to like drag, like I don't really follow drag or know the history of drag.
He only follows me, darling. And some more love.
And so, but then when I saw online, and a lot of my close friends had shared the same thoughts about it, I was like, okay, I'm correct. Like I have the right thought.
No, I thought the same way.
It led me to something that really funny happened. Was a comment from Lady Bunny.
Okay.
And I don't know the whole quote, but I do know that when the show first aired, the very first episode, RuPaul had, come on with her new song Catwalk.
Yeah.
And she was giving you nothing. I was like,
Standing pose, I am the supermodel of the world.
Her Ben Gay did not sink into her joints because they was not moving. They were not moving. So Lady Bunny had referenced that in regards to this Kobe Kirby winning.
Yeah.
And she's like, I guess that's, what's in this season, low energy.
Oh,
Energy. Because, Kobe Kirby gave no energy and RuPaul gave no energy on the catwalk. Not that she has to because, she's all red.
How you doing?
But, it was really like a jaw-dropping point to see her leave like that.
Yes. But, I have to get something out of my chest. Why do the Puerto Rican girls? This is controversial.
I'm glad
now.
you're saying this. I was
is
going to ask you.
controversy.
I'm glad you remembered.
This is controversy.
Yeah.
This is like controversy. Why do the Puerto Rican girls?
Is it Puerto Rican or all Latino?
No, I'm talking about the Puerto Rican ones.
Only the Puerto Rican ones.
Yes.
Okay.
That they come, they represent Puerto Rico, and they come to Drag Race, and then they be doing the Sofia Vergara voice. Come on, I'm seeing a lot of these girls speak. They don't sound like that in real life.
I guess
and that bothers me. And I know a lot of people from our community that say, Apple, talk about that. And I am talking about it.
So tell me, so continue. Like, what is it about that bothers you?
They over-exaggerate that they don't know English and blah, blah, blah. And then they use that, and I know I can't take it. I can't. I need a drink.
So is that similar to like another community where they're represented poorly, and they always reference like when they're doing interviews on the news and they get the most ridiculous person to speak. So similar, that's how you feel,
no,
right?
I think they're turning it up a notch to sound that way because I've heard.
Oh no, I was asking how you felt about it.
I don't like it.
No, I know you don't like it. I was just referencing that if another community sees themselves like on the news a lot and they get the most ridiculous person on there, it's equivalent to how you feel, right?
They are gonna bitch. They're gonna go, but why are they using that girl?
Yeah.
When there's tons of others, because you're telling me you don't. My English is my second language, and this is not the first contestant that says that. But I've seen their Facebook lives out of RuPaul Drag Race, and the English sounds not perfect, but sounds really better than when they won the show.
So that makes me wonder, as we move forward and we're evolving and we're supposed to be representing and we're not supposed to be being politically correct.
Mm-hmm.
Is it politically correct to keep having, a Puerto Rican or Kenya person on TV that's just speaking in a way like they just came like from 35 years ago or something,
Because
like with the
because I've heard
is that politically correct?
Yes, I understand what you're saying. That you're saying that when they appear on the show that they need to exaggerate. That's what you mean?
No. What I'm saying is that when I'm beat up because I don't or when mediums are beat up because they don't have representation, the correct representation of a
Yes.
community.
I
you know,
get.
and
I
that's how we are
understand.
now.
Okay, I understand.
So and RuPaul's show should know better because of RuPaul and the legacy and the history of the community. If we're being politically correct about everything, is this politically correct? And I do know that there are a number of people from other countries that live here have strong accents. We do know that, and I love them. I think they're so sexy. But
Me too. I love that.
at the same token, if you're saying that you've noticed a trend happening,
It happens a lot.
like this is something that needs to be addressed.
It happens a lot, and I'm not gonna apologize because it's the truth. It's
You don't never have to apologize for what you
know,
think or feel.
No, because I'm very inclusive and I support everybody and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, like Sofia Vergara, when you see her getting interviewed in different shows, her English is not 100% perfect, but it's great. But when she's doing some other stuff, then she enhances that accent, like ay yo man, like you know what I'm saying? It's like
No,
come on.
I get it. I
But
get it.
but I know that it's all for ratings on Drag Race. It's for ratings. If I would have appeared on Drag Race in season 2, if I would have signed that contract, honestly, I was gonna be the ablest bitch on that show that season if I would have been on that show.
But I like what you
Trust.
said because it's important because this is probably a thought in a lot of the Latino community, like that they're seeing these competitors on these shows, and it's like, why are you like sounding like you don't have? And it's not because you have an accent doesn't mean you're educated, but I do the understanding is like you look at like, oh my god, like why are you speaking like that? It's important to like the people to know that and they need to fix that.
Sometimes it's like a gimmick also. You know what I'm saying? So, she's being comedic. No, my English, my second accent. You know what I'm saying? And they just want to be funny and stuff like that.
And
But when you see them
probably-
talking,
Yeah.
they use words and you go, wait a minute. Someone that's English is the second language don't speak that way. Don't use those words.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know because I mean, I wasn't born in Puerto Rico. And
You wasn't?
no, I wasn't. I was born in Philadelphia.
But people, okay, let's keep it real. When people see you, do they think you're Puerto Rican?
You know what? It's up to interpretation because there's some very ignorant, nasty people who see me. Oh, that's a white boy, and there are hardcore Latino people say, "Oh my God, you have your face, your name is so Latino." But me, I don't co-sign to it. When I come out,
Exactly.
when I come outside, I don't live to be anything but myself.
Exactly.
I really and truly don't. So when people have an opinion, this way or that way, it doesn't flow. It doesn't affect me that I need to like change something about
Of course
myself.
not.
But however, if someone sees me and they might see white, what? I'm of a couple of cultures,
Exactly, we
so
all are.
there's ambiguousness. We all are, but some people like myself, and maybe even the producer's son, has more ambiguity.
Exactly.
And ambiguousness means like I kind of see it, but I don't see it. So you're seeing a lot of things. So depending on people's lens, what they're looking out of, they're gonna see something in someone who's of two very different cultures. You know what I mean? So with me, I get that, and that's a great thing. However, I am very offended when people want to deny my whole Latino culture
That's
because my
crazy.
mother is Irish. They want to just strip me of it. Like, oh gosh, no, it was she bleached it out of you, son. They put bleach in your veins, son, and took all your Latino out of you. So that part to me like really infuriates me.
Yeah.
But
But let me, I don't kiss ass. I and my friends, my circle of friends know that when I give
I'm so
compliments
thirsty
because
tonight.
I mean what I say. But you have Latin in you.
here she goes. Here she goes.
No,
Here she
no,
goes.
seriously. Because let me tell you, for someone that looks like you, how many years we've been friends?
Too long.
Exactly.
I'm about to disown
but
her.
but this
I need a
individual
new
right
one.
here,
I need a new drag.
I love her. I really do.
You're wore out.
I see the way he interacts with everybody, and honey, you have that Latin flavor in you. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear hear you. I hear you. And thank you for that. But I was speaking of Latin flavor, I brought this T-shirt for tonight. It's a very cute pink, but in our new setting, it's looking purple, which is fine too. So pink is better.
Pink.
Pink is better with my skin tone
What
than
does
this,
it say?
this
Hold on.
purple. Oh, it says True Religion, and it's the
That's
Buddha, and I
cute.
love the Buddha.
I love
I love
Buddhas
the
too. Oh
Buddha.
my God, I love
And I love bellies. I love rubbing the
Yeah,
belly.
he loves bears.
But like I had to stretch it out because it had no give, and then I have these like really tight jeans on you can't see. So I was feeling very much like my Dominican brothers tonight because they they love some tight clothing, and I mean I love to look at it, but like I need to breathe. Like my whole body needs to breathe. She needs to breathe. You know, like up and down. And it so on the way over here, it kind of like just evolved more, thinking about like the tight clothing and my
I
Dominicano.
miss wearing tight clothes.
Dominicano brothers. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
I get in the cab and the guy is so. Let's talk about hygiene,
Oh,
right?
yes.
Hygiene.
Oh my God, I
Oh
remember.
God. So hygiene is something that we're all different, but a lot of people. We talked about this, right?
You just
So
did.
quick, elaborate on it. People don't get it. Just because you can't smell you, never underestimate that somebody else can smell you. So I'm in the cab with the cab driver, and he's wearing this cologne, and it's just like it's all through the car. And I just want to say to everybody out there, but especially like my Dominicano familia,
Yes.
brothers and sisters, it's like, and I say this all the time to my friends, like. If I go to a gathering with Dominicanos and Dominicanas, it's like I'm walking through the fragrance department of Macy's because it's just in the air everywhere. And the bottom line is that soap is enough. Soap is enough. I don't need you to be doused in cologne. And I
have cousins that do that too.
I love
Me
cologne,
too.
but it stinks. And let me tell you,
You have some on?
I do.
Okay.
See, exactly. You have to get that close.
You smell good.
Thank you. But see, you have to get that close. But you know what I learned is that I learned this a few years ago because I dated somebody who like wore cologne to bed. Like, stop this.
I've done that. I'm
Stop-
guilty. I'm guilty of
Stop
that.
this. It's
sleep.
it's disgusting. Stop this. Cologne is to be discovered, not announced. So what that means is someone has to be like uploaded this close up on you to the like, oh my gosh, that's a beautiful cologne. I don't need to be
Actually, I smelled your pussy when I said that.
I don't need to be sitting here and there's somebody over there. I can smell the cologne.
Yeah,
It's just disgusting.
It's a Latin thing. It's a Latin thing because I have cousins
Let
in Puerto Rico that
go of
does that. It's a
it.
Latin thing.
I mean, I get it.
The producer wears cologne. I could smell him right now.
I've never known the producer to wear cologne.
He doesn't wear cologne. He don't wear cologne, honey.
But I mean, it's just like dabble it.
A little like sprinkle.
Like I don't need like it's just disgusting
They
when it's just
baptize
like
themselves with it.
it does. It's like the guy from the Snoopy Peanuts.
Yes,
Pigpen.
yes.
So all the dirt was around him.
I used to love Pigpen. I really did. Let me see.
Oh no! So get to know that I wore Axe chocolate on my goody if I have a guess, and that stuff stinks.
Ooh.
So that just smells like you sprayed some cologne on after you did a number 2.
Oh no!
So all good for you. But if that's your thing, if you're a piggy pen thing, like go with it.
no.
But no,
Honey,
no.
this little piggy didn't go to market, honey.
For me, anything that smells chocolatey, I don't like. So like cocoa butter,
Oh,
cocoa butter,
You don't like cocoa butter?
sparingly. But if you put it
That's
on,
good for injuries.
sparingly. But if you put it on your entire body, you're gonna walk around smelling like last year's Valentine's candy. Last year's stale Valentine's candy is what you were gonna smell like.
Oh Lord Jesus.
So hygiene is important to me. Like
I remember.
we talked about
I'm
it,
the same
right?
way. I'm the same
Like,
way.
You gotta bathe. You gotta bathe. And I'm not saying like, you know what? We spoke about this loosely a couple episodes ago.
Yes.
And the producer said, "Oh, like you say, you don't have to wash every day." So I get it. You know what? You don't over dry your skin.
No.
But the essentials are the pits, the groin, and the feet, and the culito. Just rinse them out because that's where like those really strong odors are coming from. You know, they're not really on your skin, like your arms and
Oh,
stuff.
Lord
What time
Jesus.
is it?
It's early.
No, because I want to make sure. Oh, 7:30. So we're at a halfway mark here.
Okay.
I think we're gonna take a break in
We're
a
gonna take a
minute.
little break. Yes.
But we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk some more, maybe about online dating.
Oh yes.
Because online dating, it's a huge thing now. In the culture we live in.
Yeah, because I'll talk about my theory after we come out from the break.
All of it, darling. You have a lot to say.
Yes,
I'll
darling,
say.
yes.
So, lovers and people out there, we'll be back in about 40 seconds, 45 seconds, maybe 2 minutes. I don't know. Maybe two shakes in the leak. I gotta go to the
How
bathroom.
you do? let me throw some Frankie all day, some rose petals.
We'll be back shortly.
We'll be right back,
Stay
guys.
tuned.
Don't go nowhere.
Hey everybody, I'm Lil D.
I am Javier Luis.
I'm Alex Polanco.
I'm Apolonia Cruz.
And I'm Kelly Caboose.
I am Shirley Phillips.
I am Emmanuel Anzule.
Do you know 1 in 4 women will experience domestic violence
During their lifetime,
And domestic violence and abuse can happen to anyone.
Regardless of gender, race, or other factors.
2 out of 3 homicide cases are
Females who were killed by a family member or intimate partner.
As domestic violence victims, they face high rates of depression,
Sleep disturbances,
Anxiety.
flashbacks, and other emotional distresses.
And without help, witnesses of domestic violence are more vulnerable to become abusers themselves.
thus continuing the cycle of violence in the next generation.
Hello, I'm Charles Aloma. Join the LDM network in a safe horizon and take a step into changing these facts. So if you are or know someone that is being abused, please call the City Domestic Hotline at 1-800-621-4673. So that is 1-800-621-HOPE.
Speak up.
Speak out.
And make a difference.
And just know that you don't have to deal with this alone. There is help.
As mighty armies clash in a struggle for total domination, the scales can be tipped by one man who has the courage to confront his fate and make a choice that will decide the fate of the world.
Guys put a lot of smoke in today. Wow. But anyway, we expecting a real superhero? I don't think so. The real life superheroes are the ones that are helping out in their community today. And the LDM show will be there to bring you the events and stories to life. Do you know a real superhero? Let us know. But for now, follow us on Instagram and Twitter and like us on Facebook. Also visit our websites for photos, videos, and updates. But until the meantime, hey, I gotta be out of here.
Welcome back to LDM Network. I always forget the freaking microphone.
Well, let's take a moment here because I know it's very important to you. It's important to me too. And we don't want to like take away from the the energy of the show. But let's take a moment to shout out to our viewers, all our people out there in the universe of YouTube and Vimeo and Twitch and is where Instagram too, right?
Instagram and everywhere.
And Roku, yes, thank you all out there for watching us and tuning in. We love you.
Somebody wants to know if you wash your hands.
I did. Well, there's no soap in the bathroom. It was a water. I'm not gonna lie, it was a water wash, but at least I washed them. It was a water wash.
We do like in the old days, just spit and wash.
Well, pee has nothing contagious. And I had a shower before I came. So
you showered?
I mean, do you want? If anyone wants to lick that,
How you doing?
But you want to look at any questions in the thing
Okay,
there?
so
So I know you're always
Let's
curious
see.
about
yeah,
that.
I always like to ask questions.
Well, go ahead, ask some questions.
Ask question,
darling.
guys, and then I'll get it to you. Okay, let's see.
Anything you saw in there?
No questions. No questions.
Well, I'm
no
gonna
questions.
just shout out to Get to Know. Thank you for
No
tuning in
questions.
always. Thank you for the love and support. We appreciate you there.
Just shout outs to everybody that's giving us
Just
shout outs
shout-outs?
on Ricky Velez, Pebbles,
Okay.
Renardo.
I don't know why I'm so thirsty tonight. My God.
Albert
I
Crocus
have
Peña.
water. Oh, he's on?
Yes.
Oh, Albert, you're back from vacation, darling. You were hibernating out in the Alps for the past month.
the
We
Swiss
love
Alps.
you. He's out there. He had a birthday. We happy birthday to
Yes,
him.
he was very surprised.
We
about
love
that. He was
him very,
happy.
very much.
Hope
Thank
you had a
for
great
tuning
birthday,
in.
darling. So listen, I want to talk about something. I'm going to talk about it very briefly because I want to dedicate a show to it on a future episode. But Miss USA 2019. You have her name, producer? Miss USA 2019, 30 years old. The way the public viewed her was like she had everything. She lived in a beautiful apartment in Manhattan. And yes, I can't remember. I know her name, but I can't remember her name. But she took her life. You remember the First Wives Club when one of the characters jumped over the thing? She did the same exact thing. And it affected me so much because I was on that boat when I was in my 30s, okay? So I'll talk about that on another episode, but
I want to get her,
I
want to
just-
get
I'm
her
trying
name,
to, I'm trying
though.
to think how she was feeling that moment. And I was home crying. I didn't even know the girl, you know what I'm saying? And I've worked with Miss Americas before. But I didn't know her, but I was like trying to picture what she was feeling. Because we looked at her, the way the world looked at her, she had everything. 30
Yeah.
years old, beautiful body, beautiful soul, one of the oldest Miss USAs ever. And that year, Miss Universe, Miss America, and Miss USA were all black women. And, she just ended
She
her
was one
life.
of those three, the Trinity?
Yes.
That was like 2 years ago, right?
2019. And she took her life. And I was like, oh, my God. And I was reading her story. I posted something that Miss New York 2010, 2011, Claire Buffy, that I had the honor to work with her that whole year. She posted something about her, and I reposted it. So you guys need to go to my Facebook page and look at what she reposted. It was like, oh my God.
Her name was Chelsea Christ.
Yes.
So I want to mention that because it's important because when we speak about people, and there was a young man we spoke about a couple months ago, that I got the story when I got here, so I didn't get a chance to look into it. Oh, thank you for the picture, producer. But it's important to say their names. So Chelsea Chris, all love to her family and her friends and her loved ones. And yeah, I mean, it's a hard world. I mean, I know myself. Some days, and I would never do anything, but some days it's like it's
No,
crazy out here.
I've been in that situation. I really have. I don't want to talk about it now. I want to save another episode.
No,
for that.
we'll do
I don't
that.
wanna be a Debbie Downer
I
right
was
now.
trying to. It's not Debbie Downer. It's important. But I just I think that's important that we dedicate a show to that and we have a
Yes.
guest for that because
yes.
it's not a topic that we should glaze over.
Just
No, we
breeze
can
over it.
glaze
No,
over
we need to
RuPaul and other
dedicate-
stuff.
Yeah, and talk out and talk
That,
to the
talk about-
audience.
I cannot find the stinking story here, but
for everybody out there, there is a special coming out on the LDM network. As you know, LDM show speaks about depression and bullying, and they're doing a special on depression. It's called "Sadness Is Not Depression." It's a new documentary is going to come out.
Oh, nice.
So you got to watch
Very
that.
nice.
that's on your show.
Well, it's on the network. It's,
Oh,
Oh,
the
okay,
network
okay.
itself.
hosting the
Yes.
thing, but it's on
Yes.
the network.
But we want to do one also for out in the open, and because the LGBT community, sometimes you see us with a big old smile, especially me, a big old smile in my events or wherever I'm hired at, and you don't know that I had a panic attack before I went on stage.
I mean, I understand.
I know how you
get
get
it. I
though
get it.
before you go on stage.
I get it. But just to we're gonna dedicate a
Yes,
show to that.
yeah,
so
we're
all love to
dedicated-
Chelsea
yes.
Chris, and we'll
But
speak
we'll
about
have
that
a-
again.
A special show just for that.
But this was the story I wanted us to talk about this week.
Yes.
So in Missouri, a high school crowned its first male homecoming queen. First male
I
homecoming.
remember that.
It just happened.
Yeah,
It
I
just
remember- I
happened
remember.
this week. And his name was Zachary Wilmore at Rockbridge High School in Columbia. and he won. He wore a whole sequin dress.
He went all out. The bitch
He
went
was
all
looking
out.
very Charlize Theron.
He had makeup on or no makeup?
The picture, he was doing it. He was doing it. I mean, y'all can't see a lot
can't really
here,
see it. He
but
was sprinkled.
he was doing it.
Yeah.
And I think that's very interesting, because majority is
But
like,
at least wear a wig. If you're gonna dress like that, wear a wig, bitch.
it was cute. I mean, so this picture,
But he's a young,
when we snap pictures of like cell phones,
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
get the
yeah,
most attractive picture.
Yeah.
But
I'm happy.
But I
I'm
think
happy.
of like majority, like the Midwest, and we know the Midwest states. There are a lot of red states.
What?
A lot of red states. So I think that's huge. Like from majority to like the school like
I
be
commend
open,
this
right?
individual. Do you know how this individual labels themselves as? You don't know?
So I'm looking at the story
Yes.
here, and it's kind of small. Continue reading.
Okay.
So he just said it was literally a dream that he got to do it.
Okay.
It showed people that it showed everyone that people actually did care about him. He's 18 years old.
Oh, it's a baby.
So you think of like, this is important because to be recognized and be so young and we know a lot of people that have, misdiagnosed or unknown
Yes.
years ago have maybe wanted to like, transition, sorry. Or just come out as a community, but they had to like, repress it because of
Yeah,
circumstances.
they had to
So
hide it in because
this
of-
adds to our story when we have that next show about mental illness and this. Well, that's not mental illness, but just like the suicide part of it.
Yes.
But I don't know how it identifies, but I think that's amazing. I think it's interesting. I think wow. I mean, I think wow. I mean, when I went to my prom, I totally wanted to be the prom king. Although I didn't get it. But I had an amazing date. She was beautiful, Lacey Miller. She's out there somewhere. She was incredible.
And you're just really nice.
So I just wore black tux with the
Okay.
a Mickey Mouse vest under
Okay,
it.
okay.
So it
That's
was
cute.
cute. I have the
That's cute.
picture. It's online. I've shown it before.
Yes, yes. That's cute.
But I would love to. Actually, as an adult now, probably I'll speak to Apple about this. In the coming years, but. I know people do it, but I want to do it. I want a reboot of my prom.
Oh my God,
But I
that'd be
want to go
nice.
with a guy.
That'd be cute. A
And
prom
the
party.
whole like the corsage
I never went to
thing
my
and
prom. I never went to my prom.
see, this would be amazing.
But I had when I was in high school, I had a dear friend. Her name was Millie. I was her sister's prom date. So you guys, I posted the picture like a week or two ago, and you guys were gagging. And the funny part was when she was gonna wear a fuchsia color gown like this. It was not a gown; it was like a dress to her knees. And I asked her what color is your dress. She goes, "It's fuchsia pink." I'm like, "Okay." I told her I'm wearing a white tuxedo, and she gagged. She went like, "Why are you gonna wear a white tuxedo?" I'm like, I'm going to wear a white tuxedo and a matching bow tie that's gonna match your gown, and not for nothing, but I think we were the best dressed there. And I'm gonna post the group picture of our table.
Well, let me tell
And
you,
she gagged, honey.
In your years of boydom, boydom. I made a term boydom. Apple was hot, like woo, like
I got
would have
receipts,
been,
bitches.
I would have
Y'all-
been chasing her down.
Well, I was very picky. I don't know if I would have messed with you.
Well,
I'm joking,
well,
I'm joking,
I'm just,
my love. I'm joking.
I was complimenting her.
I was a horny little young
no,
thing.
look
so
at
you would have gone down the pipes.
Apple had eyebrows then.
Yes,
Look, those
my
she had-
unibrow, my unibrow.
No, but it was hot. It was thick. It
thick
was the
brows.
thick caterpillar eyebrows, like, and the mustache.
Those are my 2020 brows.
No, you were such.
I have
a
to admit
fire.
it. I have to admit
No,
it. I'm not
props.
conceited. I'm not conceited.
Props.
Y'all, people that deal with me on a personal level, like you, and what's your name again, producer? La Loma. You guys know that I'm not full of shit, right? But I was a hottie. I knew I was a hottie, but I didn't have to act like,
No, I don't.
conceited
I
or
don't
anything.
think that you would have done that either.
No, that was not me.
But you were freaking gorgeous.
I was a hottie. I be posting.
My lord.
And I got some more pictures that you guys haven't
You
seen.
were the only papi
I was a
chulo.
Speedo king,
You were the only
honey.
papi chulo. I saw the
How you
Speedo
doing?
with the white one on the beach with the abs. She
And
had
the bulge.
abs. She had abs. Oh my
I
god.
had abs. I had
It
I had a
was
bubble you could
delicious.
bounce quarters off.
I
of.
would have dated you.
No, I would have been very picky at that time.
I would have, after a couple of drinks, I would have had it. I would have bagged it.
No,
I would have
I
bagged
was
it.
into Cubanos back then. I was living in Miami, bitch.
I would have learned that little.
I was Cubanazo the house
no.
down.
What's that? Our friend does that one. That Celia Cruz thing. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. I would have learned some Cubano stuff.
La negra tiene cumbao. That's what
No,
you're
the
talking about?
faster one. That really fast one. All the drags do. That's Gloria
Candela,
Estefan, though.
candela,
But
candela.
no, it's another
Isn't
one.
that one?
Whatever.
Okay.
But I would have.
No.
I would have tried to date you.
No, I was very picky. No,
I
I'm
would've
still
tried to
picky.
date you,
I'm still look.
though.
I've been celibate for so many years that when I told people, they go, "Come on, girl." I'm like, for real. I'm very picky. I'm picky. I'm very picky.
I'm sorry if y'all didn't understand. Let me translate. She's very picky. She's very picky.
I'll maybe date someone that looks like a producer.
hmm
Someone like that mulatto.
She likes mulatto, but actually, I have an affinity for Afro Latino men.
But me
I
and the
do.
producer would be having
I
it out
do,
though.
I
Because
do.
if I date someone like the producer, right? Someone like him, I'm not saying him, someone like him, but that has his views, we'd be debating all freaking day.
Let me ask you though. So you were picky back in 19.
I was out
You were
in the
big
80s and 90s.
Oh, I'm sorry, 1880 was it?
Yeah, it's 1880s,
So you were picky back
1890s.
1880, right? So how did you date back then? If you were picky, how did you pick your men?
Okay, I honestly I didn't mess around. You guys are not gonna like when I say this. The type of guys that I messed around with had girlfriends and wives. And not because I came on to them. It's that they couldn't handle the body when they saw me at the new beach. And they'll come up to me, hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up? Like, as butch as I can be. Well, how you doing? What's up? And then, I see you work out. Yeah, I work out. You look good. Thank you. You too. Yeah. And that's how it started. I mean, when I moved to South Beach.
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, even moving along,
True story,
I have
bitches.
about 15 years when you were
Yeah.
dating and stuff. But I shared with you about, like, I don't intend, well, I should say I don't intend. I don't really intend, but it is a focus. Like, I will deal with a guy who is curious or just his business, only for the fact that, like, gay people don't shut up. Y'all don't shut up. Y'all have to vomit everything you're doing.
And I'm going to say something
And
else when
I
you finish
like
that thought.
you can do your business, but shut up. Like no one needs to know, and I don't want
Can
to be
you
the type of
describe that?
person.
Because I have something to add to that. But what's your theory on that they can't shut up? Because I have my theory.
Because it's just like, you know what? It's just like if you sleep with someone that's in the community, chances are you may run into them, which happens.
Of course, we're gonna do it.
And it's like, shut up.
Nobody
you don't
needs
want,
to know.
They don't need to know this, and I'm very one that's very careful about that.
We're classy whores.
Wait, we say
Like Ricky Velez.
That says nasty but classy, nasty
Yeah,
but
because-
classy. But and I'm very careful that that's why you shared about the guys you dealt with had girlfriends or wives, whatever. I will
And
go
missed
that. I will go
I
that
missed
route
that.
because
the bitch is hungry.
I will go that route, not for the fetish,
No
but
fetish.
it's because they shut up.
They don't tell
Y'all
nobody.
gays and the rest, you LGBT people, shut up.
Nobody
y'all,
needs to
y'all
know
have to come
who you
out
banged.
and tell all your business.
Unless if you,
and
go
I
ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say
I'm
unless
gonna take a sip.
Unless if your dear friend brings someone home that they met, then I go in the kitchen. Girl, I already had him. That's a different story.
Here's a newsflash. That goes for the straight people too.
I know. You think we don't know that?
They don't shut up.
They don't shut the hell up about who
They need to
with.
brag
And
about
what
who.
they doing. And we don't care.
That's why I have my.
No.
I don't care.
I have my little F buddies in
Well,
Miami.
let me ask you, producer. So the straight people, and I know that they do, but I'm gonna ask you because you could speak further. It's like, do you ever have the concern? Because the gay people do. You're gonna walk into a party, and half of the people, at least 6 or 7 of them, you had slept with. Are you gonna take?
Well, look at his eyes.
No,
look
wait.
at his eyes.
I got Are you gonna have to worry about taking your wife to a party and there's about 6 women there you slept with?
Well,
be honest. I mean, be honest.
Well, no, because none of the girls that I really slept with live here. They're all in PA, Massachusetts, all the places I lived at. But with my wife, I don't have to worry about
Exactly.
it. The past is the past.
The past is the past.
But I'm not going to be like, oh, shit, that's that girl I slept with.
And he's
oh,
open.
damn, I slept with her too.
I think.
Who cares?
It's not that. It's not that. I'm sorry. But it's just like if the gays walk into a party, they're not gonna be classy about it. People are gonna know, and they're gonna talk and all this.
Yeah.
So yes, the past is the past. However, don't take me in no party where there's 6 people you had sex with. Do not do that.
I don't like sloppy seconds.
Do not do
But
that.
how would you know?
Well, I'm saying
You don't know until you get to the party, right?
no, you would know, but however, why would you have to even worry about that to go to a party? You know, if you fine, you slept with people, right? We have our hookups, you know, but why do the hookups have to be in your close circle? I'm saying your close circle.
You mean like your hookup is your friend or something?
Yeah.
Listen, Charles.
A lot of it. Go ahead.
I've met my F buddies. I don't want to say the word F buddies. Sounds similar to Tuck, and I met him in the weirdest places in the supermarket aisle, and he was by himself, and then he was talking. He goes, "Oh, my wife is in the diaper section." I'm like, "Okay, well, she's getting, I would like make a joke out of it, or the weirdest places." And these are the type of guys that I got accustomed to. Dating, I don't want to. Just dating a guy that lives the life, that's always in the clubs, I don't like that. I'm more reserved than that, believe me. I really am.
Well, you're talking about
Can't
dating.
you see the halo?
Dating is not even.
Put a halo over
dating
here.
don't
I
even
was just gonna say
exist.
that.
Dating don't even exist. This is sex. This is sex. This is
Dating,
like,
I'll date a damn person in the Amazon. It's just a date.
Yeah.
I'm not going out with them.
Exactly.
I'm not
It's just a little,
so I don't care what the hell you do.
It's a little pleasure, a little pleasure, and my F buddies, like I call them, and I miss that. I miss that.
Anyhow, we are not sloppy with our affairs. Right? Right? Yes.
But you're not sloppy with your
We're not sloppy with our affairs. You say right?
Yeah.
Correct. You said that. You do what men that's not gonna talk, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not sloppy with our affairs. Like
No.
we're not gonna be like.
I don't brag about who I went to bed with.
Not at all. Not at all.
Unless if one of my friends is messing with it, I'm like, oh, he was good, right?
Well, no. So I tell you, for me, and my good friends watch this show, but I don't tell my gay friends a lot of my business.
No, you can't.
I don't. I tell all my straight girlfriends my business because I know they ain't going nowhere.
Exactly.
But my gay friends,
They use it against you,
I'll
honey.
share some stuff,
You
but
throw
they
something
ain't
in.
gonna know everything.
Yeah.
You throw something in.
Out of my experience with all my cousins and all that,
Okay.
not for nothing, but the gay people are the most gossip people of the world. They will tell your
Amen.
shit
Wait, but
real quick.
but I have to produce. I have to counter that because I know a lot of straight people.
Well, females.
No, straight men that gossip more than the freaking gays.
No, but
Oh
the
my
men will
God, they
to each
gossip
other.
so much.
Yeah, men gossip to each other. But I'm saying, like, the gays and the females, they gossip to anybody.
Lord
Boy,
Jesus.
Oh, he's with that. And they always gossip in the nice way.
Yeah.
Oh, he's with him? Ooh, girl, you don't know what he did last time. But I ain't going to say nothing.
Exactly.
You just said something. You know what I'm saying?
No, and truthfully, from my standpoint, it's like I like to share a story, but like I tell certain people, I don't need the whole crowd to know who I slept with.
It's nobody's
You
business.
know?
It's
Because
like- but I know people from our LGBT plus community that loves doing that. I'm like, but why are you spreading your? It just makes no sense to me.
No,
That's
and
not gonna make you any more popular.
and I tell you, I had that experience. Someone that's in my circle, before they were in my circle,
Okay.
we had a moment, and then like years after it, they were drunk at a bar.
And they spill the beans.
Why they spilled the beans though is because their friend was interested in me.
Oh.
And so they had to be like, oh, I had it first.
Oh, that's funny.
And it's just like, come on
That
now.
happens a
Come
lot.
on
That
now.
happens
Like,
a lot.
and I wasn't interested in the friend anyway. But I was like, come on. And then in company with some of my close friends that didn't know this, that I didn't share it with.
Exactly.
So now everybody knew the business, the tea. I'm like, why? Shut up. But I'm flattered because you had to make it a point that you had all day. Like, hey.
Let me tell you something, Frankie. A lot of the people, right? I know so many people in the United States, right? International, actually. But a very few people that I actually let my guard down and just talk freely. Very few. And those people could tell you, Apple never spills anything, that bitch. Because I don't. It's like nobody's business. You know what? Unless if I say, oh, I have a crush on that one. Like that, something like that, yeah. But like I never spilled the beans. And if I tell someone something and it comes back to me, I know who spilled the beans. I know who said it. I know who I told it to. I have that gift.
And my thought is that this too. It's like, people always throw out the word whore. I say, you know what? A whore is someone who goes and brags about their business. Because if you knew my business, I may be the whore. But
we're not whores because we don't charge. We give it away for free.
Absolutely.
With sluts.
But yeah, like, people, that's the people that go around bragging everything. They're the whore. They brag because they can't believe they actually had a date. Oh, yeah. So Get to Know said they brag because they can't believe they actually had a date.
Who said that? Oh, that was Albert.
No, that was Get to Know.
Oh,
Albert,
okay.
I was
Ricky.
looking back at the questions. So
Okay.
It wasn't questions, it was comments. But Albert just said, I remember when that happened to him back at a party.
Because this is my theory. Why can our people from our community just hold things in? Because I know the new generation, like, I don't hang with a lot of them because I just can't. But I've spoken to a couple of them, especially when I went to events, and they like, oh girl, I already you getting my sloppy seconds, bitch. I'm like, oh my god.
Well, it's even
I don't like that. I don't like that kind of talk between them. I never did that.
It's even another level.
My circle never did that.
It's another level now because today people have they don't even take a second thought to send you their naked pictures.
Yes.
So even like a few years ago, well, I'm gonna circle back, but it's just like now, it's like there was a meme that goes around. It's like, oh, you're looking for old pictures of your grandfather. And oh god, you pulled it up from 2007. He was there with his legs up in the air.
Oh my god.
It's like, because people put all their people. The thing is, like, when people have to tape their sex, calm down. Like, why are you taping your sex? This is like the ego. Like, why do you have to tape that? And it's like, it's out there. It's living out there. Someone's gonna have it. Someone's gonna show it. It's gonna creep back up, and it's probably like, another story for another day. But like, all of us, our whole community, like us, we are never gonna be president unless that is like, some law that's like, the booty hole law.
Yeah.
Like if something surfaces, a sex tape or something, but people put all their sex online.
I know,
you go on
I don't
Twitter,
do that.
it's all there. It's all there. It's all there.
It's all good though.
Look.
It's all good because if I become president and they show that tape, I'm gonna be like, listen, if I can do her right, I can do the world right.
Okay, producer. Okay, we got
I'll
it.
spin it.
All right.
Producer,
you be the first one. You the first
producer,
one.
back in the day before internet, I remember friends of mine that would take pictures, sexual, when they're having sexual with their partners and stuff, but they had nothing to worry about because there was no internet.
I know, but now that stuff is out
now
there.
Now they have that hidden camera somewhere.
And let me tell you,
you think it's a phone? Oh, that's a cute phone.
Let me tell you a tip, darlings. This is a tip. This is a tip, an all-day tip.
Okay.
So, if someone asks you for a picture, this is what I do. They're like, "Oh, I want to see that." And I tell you, I've never in my life sent a frontal picture. They do not get that. But if they want that, if they're like, admit I want that, I will go online. I will look for something that's similar. I will screenshot it and judge it. And like,
so
there it is. They will not get that. No, for real.
Oh, that is
They will not get the real thing.
Oh,
never.
that's a name for that though.
Catfish?
Yes.
No, they're not getting that. I'll give them something that's online already and say, hey, there it is.
Listen, I'm gonna admit something, okay, to you guys publicly. I'm gonna admit something. I'm a butt freak. I love round bubble butts.
It's booty now.
Yes. Oh, it's called booty now.
Booty.
So I'm on this site. I'm not gonna mention the site. And people be sending me their pictures. I'm like, that's a porn picture from this porn movie. From I know where the picture came from. It came from one of my favorite porn movies. I recognize the butt.
Especially, you can recognize a picture that has like the 70s colors and the grainy
I
stuff.
recognize the freaking butt.
It ain't even clear.
I'm like, that butt belongs to so-and-so. And I'm like, yo, why you catfishing that picture?
Absolutely.
Instead of responding, they block me.
No, absolutely. And I tell you, you know what? Even, for me, it's more important also, and I think you share this too, being, a public figure, being someone in the public eye, having a brand, we don't have the time to have stuff like that out there. And because, not that we're ashamed of it, but people will use it against you. They'll use it against you. I mean, it may catapult us, but we're not Kim Kardashian, but it's just like, they will use it against you. I'm not going out that way because regardless of what, I don't care about what the public thinks. I have nieces and nephews, and I respect. You know what? People can do what they want, but they're young. I don't want them seeing that. I'm not doing that.
I get you.
Having that.
I'm the type of individual. Yes, I'm known. I'm not traveling around the world like Bianca Del Rio and Lady Bunny, but I'm known around the world, right? And I have fans, long-time fans, and around the country, and I don't care what people say about me because my critics don't do shit for me. But, I represent a brand, and that's just not my thing. Even if I wasn't doing what I'm doing, I wouldn't be doing videos and recording videos of myself having sex. You never know what that person's going to do with that video.
I don't. And also to add to it,
But I think you will look good in the video.
My personal point here is should hell freeze over and I get married one day, I just feel like my body is sacred, and I want that person that I'm with to not have to go online and see that or come across that, or that's my personal thing. I'm not saying I don't believe in a ceremony and having a whole wedding, but the person that I love, I want to know they know my body. And it's not for the whole public to see. That's how I feel.
If someone wants to take a picture of you of a video, yeah, do it. I'm never gonna do that. But I would say do it on your own phone. Make sure that he doesn't get a copy of it. It's on your phone. So okay, look, here it is. You want to see it? But I won't do it on another person's phone.
I don't look at my body. I don't look at my body. I hate looking at myself on the TV here, but the producer said you have to look straight. I look at myself.
And I hate looking at it too.
I'm recording myself. I'm oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that wrinkle.
Actually, you look.
Look at that.
Actually, you look.
Look at something. Look at that.
Not
those
for nothing.
Big cheeks. Look at something.
But let me tell you something, darling. I'm getting auntie eyes right now. I just don't. I mean, to each his own. You could do whatever the hell you want to do with your life. I don't condemn you. I don't condemn anybody. But I just don't. There's certain things I just don't do.
No, I'm with you. I won't do that either. I just won't be online doing all those things, and and I don't want to be with somebody who we have to walk in, like we said earlier. Just me walk into a party and have to feel like I'm not competing, but I feel comfortable.
But I'm not gonna lie. I was a socialite in Miami out of drag. I used to go to a lot of social events because I had a title, my old job, and I remember going to a place. And what you said earlier, I went to a VIP event in Miami in Dade County, and I saw 4 guys with their wives that I had sex with, and I was like, oh shit. But then I acted, hey, how you doing, man? How you doing? Nice to see you. A pleasure meeting you, ma'am.
Which is nice, but some sloppy person from our community would have been all
what happened?
Throwing it around and saying, I'm like, come on, you don't do that. That's not classy. That's not grown up. Do that.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Listen, darling, the time has flown by already.
It has flown by. It really has flown by.
We didn't even start yet.
We didn't even start. But this month is going to be so much more. Apollonia and I have discussed a lot. We are bringing you a lot. We're having our special guest host on the 22nd, Mr.
Yes.
Ricky Velez, because our dear Apollonia will be in Denver.
I'll be going to Denver, Colorado.
Denver. So the 22nd, she will not be here, but we're going to bring you something really cute.
Yes.
But this month, we have some really beautiful things in store for you. Some really incredible topics, some really incredible guests we're trying to get, and promos and the drinks and stuff like that.
And we're working, like Frankie said, we're working on special invited guests. So we're going to have a nice lineup of people from our LGBT community that are making a difference, movies and
let's
shakers.
thank our producer for the beautiful background.
Frankie,
we're all sexy in love. All love all day to the lovers. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
See you next
week, 7 o'clock. Tune in. We'll be here. Me, Apollonia Cruz.
And don't you forget it, bitches. How you doing?
It's been like deja vu. This ain't feeling right. Cause it's been like deja vu. Feeling like it's been like deja vu. Know what to do. Should I let go of you? Deja vu. Don't wanna repeat of your love. I've had enough. Don't wanna repeat. You better prove to me tonight. Cause it's feeling like deja vu. Feeling like